All right, you're welcome back. I'm sure you're wondering, we should have allowed the song to play even more. Yes, I was enjoying myself as well. But just so you know, now that video was nominated in the UK back in 2010. Obi Shine, his real name is Chike Okochi. He's back on the scene with a new album, Revelation. You need to get it. It includes the singles Chukun on Soul, Beautiful Life, I Salute, among others. Great songs, I must say. Now, Obi Shine came out with his debut single in 2006, produced by Chris Shalom, titled Shining. He's also a member of the Believers Love World Incorporated, popularly called, or fondly called, Christ Embassy, and has traveled with the man of God, Reverend Chris Oyahileme, PhD, to several countries of the world doing what God has called him to do. Now, this is 6 years running now, and he's back with his new album, Revelation. The album came under the record label, The Light Angels, who were also responsible for the production of the album titled Legacy by Duncan. Okay, he's been revealed already, but off stage, Obi Shine is a music director and a voice coach. I'm sure you've seen a flash of him already. Now it's time to focus on him. Good morning. Good to have you.
How you doing
here. Now, I got a few lines from that song. Jara.
Jara.
Okay.
You know, you blessed me and you now added more. You know, in this part of the globe, we use that term Jara as
like
extra.
Okay.
Yes.
So
you went the extra mile. You know, and that's how God is.
Wow, that's
yes.
awesome. Ngalaba, you want to give us something about
Ngalaba,
that video?
okay, that song, it's an old folk song.
Yeah.
You know. And I heard it many years ago, you know, and there's like an English version. The word Ngalaba actually, in the eastern part of Nigeria, is a term that they make reference to it's a special kind of branch.
Okay.
You know, like a stem.
Okay.
You know?
The vine, yeah.
Yes. So, and you know, stems are like
branches.
You can use them for holding stuff up.
Okay.
Like a pillar.
Okay, like a
know?
pillar.
So the word Ngalaba actually makes reference to the pillar.
Pillar. Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So when you say Ibu Ngalaba,
okay.
GC Lum.
Okay.
You know, that's what I'm actually saying.
Yes.
You are the pillar that holds actually my house.
Okay.
But in the real sense, we're saying you're the pillar that holds my life.
My life.
You know?
Okay.
And that's what God is, you know, to me. You know? So
awesome.
that's what the song actually means.
Obi Shine.
I actually got that chorus. They sing it a lot in church, you know, but I just thought to myself, what can I do with this song? I love the song.
Keep it up a little bit.
Yeah, you know, and with the help of my brother Chris Shalom, we're able to put something good together.
I must say.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
All right. Now, did you always have an inclination to the world of entertainment, probably from your line of study, parental influence? How exactly did you just get into it?
You know, I always tell people, I studied accounting, but I practiced music.
Music, okay. So professionally, accounting.
Yeah.
And passion-wise, music.
You know, even when I was in school, I think 60% of my time went to music and ministry.
Did that affect your studies in any way?
No. Of course, yes, it was challenging. I think at the beginning, I was trying to marry the two. You understand? At the beginning, I had some slight challenges, but as I grew and as I got counsel, you understand, because it was already obvious that this was a line that God was taking me. You know, so, but I had to ensure that there was a balance. You know, but even with that, I'll say there was a special grace. You know, someone else could have tried it and it wouldn't work. You know,
many have tried it. Actually.
Yeah, you know, but there was a special grace, and I thank God for that. It enabled me to do the things that I believe God had called me to do. You know,
and okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I always tell people that being in the music industry was much more than a desire or based on a man who is talented, but it was more of like an instruction. It was like a calling. You know, these are the things that God has spoken to me about years ago, and He kept on reconfirming and confirming. So it wasn't something I could run away from. You know, and I had to get into it full-fledged, 100%. You know, and I bless God.
Okay, now here is an accountant in profession. You're supposed to be practicing at this point. How did you get support? Did you even get any support at all from your immediate family, relatives, friends, people that are used to the conventional way of study? Allow the children go through school and become a white-collar job.
I got a lot of persecution.
Persecution?
Yes.
Is it the type Christ promised us? We're going to have.
I was, when first of all, my immediate family were totally against it. It didn't make any sense to them, But I remember something Pastor used to say back in the days, Pastor Chris.
Okay.
He would say, a convicted man is dangerous.
A convicted man
yes.
is dangerous.
Okay. And I was convinced about what I was doing. So I was ready to take it. So I already knew, I'd already seen the signs, I wasn't getting much support.
Okay.
But I was so confident and convinced, and I trusted God, and I leaned completely on God. I said, God, you're the one who has given me this vision. You've called me to do this. I know that you're going to make a way. You're going to make it work, So
it's not like you went, you were sent.
Yes, I didn't
I like to put it that way. Okay, so tell us briefly, how long have you been in the music industry?
Wow, it's been, this is 2014. I'll say it's been about 12 years. 12? Yes. I first started off in a band, a gospel band called Grace Vibes. We were very awesome. In fact, as at that time, I think we were the most outstanding gospel band in the country. Okay. I'm telling you, we inspired a lot of groups, but at a certain point in time, I had to let go. Okay. I got into the movies,
Because we're about to step into that. Because you might just think you have Obi Shine singing, but he's also into the movies.
Yeah, I got into the movies then, and next year I now recorded my first single that was Shining.
Shining.
So
I'm shining,
at that point on, I knew that the journey had really begun, but let's just say professionally, it's been like 12 years.
12 years. Yes. Okay, so what have you been doing for like 6 years now? We haven't really...
Everybody's asking, what's been happening?
What's been happening? Well, I'm sure you've been asked.
I guess some people know what's been happening.
Okay.
If I have come to your country or community, you would know that something is happening. When I came up with the first album, Welcome to My World, I wanted a situation where the product would spread and would penetrate. I wanted to be sure that you had a full experience of the album. And for me, I didn't think that was going to happen in 1 year or 2 years. Okay. So there was a plan, for me to tour, for me to...
Those songs to digest.
Yes, because like I said, it wasn't just another artist coming on the scene. Okay. This is someone that's coming on the scene on a mission.
To make impact.
Yes. And that was key for me. So I wasn't just going to come out on an album and just start waiting for the next album. Okay. I was going to come out and get to work.
Immediately.
I was going to bring it to you. I was going to bring the message. I was going to bring Obi Shine to you and what God has called me to do. Okay. So for me, it took a while because I'll be sincere. After I was on a contract with a record label that only lasted it was supposed to last for about 18 months, but it only lasted for a year because halfway they had certain issues, so I couldn't continue. So at a certain point in time, I was now doing so much on my own, So I think that was what made the journey a little slower than it should have been, But as I went on, God was faithful. He brought people my way. I thank God for Pastor Chris. Pastor Chris has been a great blessing to my career, because he gave us platforms, he gave us opportunities to travel. And with that, we're connected to so many other opportunities and stuff, So for the last 6 years, I have been on the road. I have been touring. I have been going to the various countries. You'll be amazed at where Obi Shine has been to, and I have been very involved in our ministry activities, Love of Music Ministry, Love of Music and Arts Ministry, as an official, as a leader, as a praise and worship leader as well. I have been very much involved in their activities, their planning, their organizing and all that stuff for our ministry programs and stuff like that. So
Okay.
Obi Shine has been quite busy.
I have
Yes.
some of your facts. Yeah, you traveled to countries like Ghana, Kenya, South Africa, Russia, United Kingdom, the Netherlands. We can go on and on. So really, you've been a tourist for a while.
It's been quite busy.
It's been amazing. This is one of your worship songs. You had ministered in BAYELSA State.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. So what you're saying is, while you released the album, you took out time to see how each of those songs could personally impact lives, individually.
Like you just cited,
Yeah.
Obi Shine is not just a singer. I have held seminars.
Okay.
I have carried out mentorship programs, you know, because I am also interested in the next generation.
Okay.
You know, so I am interested in impacting your life. You know.
So tell us one experience you must have gotten that made you fulfilled.
Man,
That stands out, really.
There's so many. I remember it right from when I was in school.
Yeah.
I remember I used to organize these talent seminars
Yeah.
for talented people. You know, I have this special passion for talented people because I found out that, man, they're so exposed, and when they're not properly trained and guided, they make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes popularity, fame, and all that stuff can
Redirect
be a whole lot.
distraction,
You know.
yeah.
So you need to have the ability to contain it, to handle it, and understand that it's different from ministry. You know, ministry is a little different from just being some celebrity.
Okay.
Yes, you can't change the fact that you're a celebrity, and it's a beautiful thing. When you're celebrated, it's easy for you to be received. But you must understand that there is a call, there is a mission, you know, so there is a way to conduct yourself. There is a way to look at what you're doing.
Exactly.
You know, so I've had a couple of, if you check some of our young artists, go to their CDs, you'll see stuff like Obi Shine. We want to thank Obi Shine for being a mentor.
A mentor. Okay.
You know?
So it's more than just entertainment.
Yeah, man, Phil, you'll be amazed how a lot of young guys don't have anyone guiding them.
Okay.
Nobody leading them. Nobody helping them. So they end up making a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
You know.
And sometimes they can't fall back to the parents.
You know.
Yeah.
And thank God for people like us. We've always had a Pastor Chris,
So look
you
at,
know,
yeah, look
and
at,
at a certain point, not so far away, you know, and it's been a guide for us. You know, I remember last year we had a lovely meeting with Pastor, and man, Pastor, I'm so grateful for that meeting.
Great.
It changed our lives.
Great,
You know.
great.
Yes.
Okay, now we have a challenge with content, but before we go into content, just to remind you that you can actually put a call through and let us know your views. We're looking at the entertainment industry as a whole, so you can actually let us know what your views are. We're looking at the music industry, the content, what exactly influences music, what is the roadmap for African artists generally. We have a challenge with content in this part of the world, especially when we have this flood, this rush of young stars now into the music industry. What guides your content, and why are you not attracted to the secular? You know, because there's this thin line between they call it the gospel music and the secular, but I prefer to call it good music. If the music is good enough to edify someone, it's good music. You know, so what's the thin line? Why are you not attracted to just, you know, switch a little bit? Because you have a lot of class that can sell as well in the secular R&B, jazz, and all of that.
Okay, I'm going to try to be as nice as possible.
Okay.
You know, I searched that word secular,
Okay.
and I discovered different meanings. There was one particular one that got my attention. It said void of God. You know?
Wow.
In other words, it's stuff that does not glorify God. And I remember Pastor has taught us many times that we exist for God.
Okay.
The reason why we live is for Him. So it means that everything that we do has to glorify Him. Even if I say I am going to be in the music industry and not necessarily do songs that directly talk about the gospel of Jesus Christ, you know,
Yeah.
I must be able to provide content that still glorifies God. But what you see is a lot of music that glorifies man. So their music is just talking about themselves, elevating themselves, giving glory to rubbish, You know, and you see, our young people, music is a very powerful tool.
It is.
You know, and the movies, those are very, in fact,